Hey Kelly, can I ask you something?
Hi Chris. Sure, how can I help you?
Well, I recently became interested in the open source movement and I was wondering if you knew any information about it.
The open source movement? Of course I do. Have you ever heard of the American software freedom activist and computer programmer Richard Stallman?
Well, I know that in September 1983 he launched the GNU project to create a free operating system which initiated the free software movement.
That is true, but what's even more important about him is that in October 1985, he founded the Free Software Foundation.
He founded that movement. Wow. I knew since the 1990s he's been a campaigner for the free software movement, but I don't know why and for what reason.
Well, Chris, to understand what Stallman has been trying to accomplish, you must understand software.
Kelly, that's silly. Of course I know what software is. It's the programs used to direct the operation of a computer, as well as documentation giving instructions on how to use them.
Correct. So if you have free software, you have the freedom in using your computer the way you want. In other words, you are able to help your neighbor, make copies, and create what you want and need without worrying about getting sued, buying expensive software, and dealing with licensing issues.
Well, if there is free software, how would this benefit the community? What's the purpose when so many jobs are affiliated with software, such as Microsoft?
In fact, free software benefits the community even more than proprietary software. This is so because it benefits from globalization of power versus voluntary cooperation.
So you're saying that people everywhere can help the free software movement? Like, every person has different ideas for software and a combination of everyone's ideas will lead to an innovation.
Exactly. And because you're not spending your money on software you may not want entirely, free software can provide smaller companies to change software, enabling people to help their neighbors. Basically, you have control of your own computers.
Why hasn't anyone thought about this before?
Actually, in 1999, Stallman called for the development of a free online encyclopedia.
Stallman called for that? I was pretty sure Jimmy Wales was the founder of such an encyclopedia, known as Wikipedia.
We are both right. Stallman put the idea out there for a creation and Wales set it up. Wikipedia is a free license written by volunteers but owned by Jimmy Wales.
Interesting. I love how Wikipedia enables everyone to have information needed to make good decisions. But how is this all funded? How does it work out?
Chris, it may seem complicated, but in reality it's quite simple. Since it's a free license, it's funded by public donations. Only costing $5,000 a month, Wikipedia has over 2 million articles.
Only $5,000. That's amazing.
Yes, it is. One employee leads the software and the 90 servers are ran and edited voluntarily.
Can anyone edit Wikipedia?
Honestly, anyone can edit Wikipedia articles, but there is quality control. Every editorial change goes to the recent changes page, fed to an ERC channel that is being monitored with software tools, and is sent to a personal watch list where someone will notice it and revert it.
Wow. I never knew Wikipedia had all that. Now I see Wikipedia to be more useful and resourceful.
Also, Wikipedia has voting to delete pages. Wikipedia is governed by an elected community under an aristocracy. Because people can come in as groups and vote, Wikipedia essentially is run under a monarchy where Wales has the final vote.
So basically Wales controls Wikipedia entirely.
No, but if it comes down to it, he'll make the final decision while understanding that it's under free license and volunteers can leave at any time.
That is true. So Wikipedia is successful.
Yeah. Wikipedia is very successful. It has 1.4 billion page views monthly. It is in the top 50 websites and is in various different languages worldwide.
So if free software is so successful, why aren't all software free?
Like everything in life, there are drawbacks to the open source movement. First off, the open source community requires that individuals have programming expertise in order to engage in open code modification and exchange. Additionally, it involves the contribution of multiple people and in the end may lack standardization and be incompatible with various computer applications and capabilities. Lastly, because the user creates the software, the quality of the software is in the hand of the user.
That is true, but if a select group of people set out to create a successful software, the pros override the cons. People could finally customize their software with flexibility not available in closed products. The give-and-take method would essentially be a gift to the economy.
You're completely right. I'm glad we had this talk, Chris. You made me realize the importance of the open source movement too.
That's great, Kelly. I think you and I should keep this movement going by making us in control of our own computers.